ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a creator. Um, I knew I wanted to do something relating to the arts. Back in preschool, I used to grab pages of copy paper and I'd fold them over and staple them together, and I'd create like these little makeshift booklets and little novels, I guess. And I'd write and draw my little stories in them. So I guess they're not really novels. I guess it'd be like a picture book at that point. But regardless, that passion that I had, it carried over into middle school, where I learned that I had a real love for writing. It was like a hobby as a little kid, but it was like a real passion of mine. It was something that I genuinely loved. And I told my parents that I wanted to be the next J.K. Rowling, that I wanted to be someone who writes stories for the masses to enjoy and love. That I wanted to be an author when I grew up. A real, bona fide fucking author.
I'm sorry, I suck.
However, soon afterwards, that dream was shut down by my parents, who are, I want to say, materialistic, yet realistic, yet caring people. They've been drilling it into my head ever since I was a kid, even till right now, that I need to go to school for a job that will make money, Like, I need a job that will make copious amounts of damn money. And that happiness and everything else will follow that money. They both work in the medical field, and they both make great money, but they never really say anything positive about their jobs, really. They never seem happy to wake up in the morning and to go to work and deal with all the happenings that go on there. They always seem so exhausted by the time they get home. I don't want to be like that, So when they told me that becoming an author isn't realistic and just isn't what I should be focusing on, I was hurt, to say the least, really, that they weren't supporting my dreams and supporting my endeavors. But I get it, I was in middle school, whatever. It served as a reality check for me. And it's true that becoming a world famous author that creates a multi-million dollar novel franchise isn't really realistic. I get that. And my parents then decided to just start getting me used to the idea of going to medical school. I can't talk. And if I sound nasally, it's because I'm a little bit sick right now. And I don't know. Talking is hard right now. But yeah, my parents got me really used to this idea of going to medical school and becoming a certified nurse as a career path. And especially my dad. My dad would always encourage me by saying things like being a nurse pays incredibly well, and you'll be guaranteed a job pretty much anywhere you go. And that schooling isn't even that long, so you'll be making a shit ton of money in no time. Just go to school and do what you gotta do. But no, it's not what I want to do at all. And nursing, it's not for me, and it sucks. And nursing sucks, and I hate math, and math sucks. So by the end of middle school, I was set on this idea that I'd be a nurse for the rest of my life. I really, really can't talk. And that I needed to keep my grades up all throughout high school to achieve just that. I continued to have this mindset of being a nurse and living life for the money, and that money will surely follow afterwards. And I continued to have that mindset all throughout my first years of high school, but it never felt true to me. It never felt real. It never felt right, I guess. It didn't click in my head. It didn't make sense. I wanted to create things for people to enjoy. I don't want to sit in a hospital and be a nurse, or sit in a clinic and be a nurse and dish out medication and take care of people. It's just I have a respect for it, and I get why it's a job, and I get why people love doing it, but it's definitely not for me. I just wanted my parents to really understand that, I guess. But whatever, I continued forward, and I kept my grades up to keep my parents off my ass. But then junior year rolled around, and I decided to change it up a bit. I decided to say, screw it, let's do something different, and I enrolled in a photography elective. And I did that because photography, film, and just camera work in general is something that I've had an appreciation for and an interest in, but never really tried for myself. I've always just watched movies and have been like, wow, that was all one take, or that shot was really That was really cool. Or, the color palette of what's on the screen right now is freaking sick. Like, so I decided to just try for myself that year. And by the end of that year, a new spark of passion had completely emerged from inside me. As cheesy as that fucking sounds, I grew this immense love for filmmaking and had this intense desire to just create films and create videos. That same year, I actually went into a local film festival and won it. Actually, it was pretty crazy. The first year that I picked up a camera, I went into a film festival and won. Granted, it was a shitty little film festival, local one. It didn't even really matter, but whatever. And the film that we made, we actually made a bunch of posters for it, and it looked really cool. Actually, it was called Paid Punch. It was just about my friend John. He was supposed to be a guy that got hired to go beat up people, and that we just wanted to make an action film. We completely acknowledged that the story was non-existent. We just wanted to film action scenes. That's all it was. God, that was really great. Paid Punch. It's a great title. Wow. But whatever. And actually, we never even made the fucking short film. We instead submitted a documentary called the Plan B documentary, and it really was our Plan B. It was a documentary about how we didn't finish our short film, Paid Punch. It was just basically a giant excuse. But we won. We got first place. We got best short film, which is weird. A documentary about how we didn't finish a film won us an award at the film festival. It was weird. It was very weird. It was just a film festival at this school called Miami Art Studio. It was like this. It's an art school. Doesn't really matter. But regardless, I won a fucking award for a film that I made in high school. It felt pretty great. And that acted like a catalyst for the rest of my life, I want to say. My entire view of my future had changed. The idea of capturing like such pure and raw moments on film, may they be, completely rehearsed short films or candid and organic home videos. I wanted to film something. I wanted a camera in my hands. I wanted to capture like these emotions on film, I guess, on camera. I don't know if that's weird to say or not, but that thought lingered in my head as I finished up high school and headed to college. That thought of just, filmmaking and that passion that I had. And I enrolled in Miami-Dade with a pre-nursing degree. It just never felt right to me. I wanted to be a filmmaker. That passion was still there. It just felt weird going to college knowing that I would never really pursue that dream. Knowing that I would just finish schooling and becoming a nurse and do that for the rest of my life. Was that something that I really wanted to do? Was nursing something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life? Was nursing even something that my parents wanted to do for the rest of their lives? I don't know. It's weird thinking back on it. Because by the second term of my freshman year in college, I decided that I truly needed to come to terms with not only myself, but with my parents. I've never been the kind of person who is into materialistic things. I've always been good at reading and writing. I've always been good at being creative and drawing and having a different outlook on certain things, I guess. I've never been good at math or science. I've never had even the slightest interest in either of the subjects. I feel like I should stick to my strengths and do what feels right for me. I've always wanted to be a creator. I've always wanted to create art for others to enjoy and love and appreciate. And I said this before, and I just feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But I feel like my happiness, is more important to me than the money is. I'd rather wake up every day to do something that I love and am passionate about than wake up every day for a job that I fucking despise and hate, but pays me incredibly well. I don't know if that's a Generation Z or millennial or whatever the fuck way of thinking. Because I just feel like so many past generations have been raised on the idea of you need to go to school to get a job that makes a lot of money. Screw what you think and screw what you like. I don't care. You need to get a job that makes money. And if you just so happen to get a job that makes money and you like it, holla fucking Luya, you made it. But that's not what the fuck I want to do. I don't know if that makes me arrogant. I don't know how the past generations are. I don't know if everybody thinks like that. I'd imagine everybody thinks like that. But see, it's like we're not that special probably. But regardless, I then decided to change my major from nursing, and I'm now officially pursuing my dream of being a filmmaker. Finally, I finally decided to take that leap of faith, which got me thinking: how many other people out there were like me or are like me? These young people who have grand dreams of making it onto Broadway, or becoming a musician or a writer or even an esports player, but don't even pursue it. People who have a real passion and love and skill for something that makes them so happy, but are unfortunately turned away from it and following those dreams due to the lack of financial or emotional support. I feel lucky enough that I decided to take that leap of faith myself and pursue what I dream of. But how many other people are out there settling for whatever is easier, safer, and carrying that level of regret with them? It sucks. It really does. And I don't want to reserve the term or the phrase leap of faith for just following your dreams career-wise. I also mean just doing what you want to do in general. Whether it be to go to college and get an education in the subject that you're truly passionate about, or just going out and fucking asking out that one person that's been on your mind for the past 2 weeks. Do what you want to fucking do. Don't live life with regret, and don't live life in the past. Live life for you. And I'm not trying to come across as this arrogant guy that thinks he knows everything, is trying to tell people what to do with their lives and acting like I've already made it. And look at me, I already made this decision. I fucking made it. I haven't done shit. I just decided to change my major, and I'm now going to school for something that I love. I haven't really done anything yet, but it makes me feel so much happier. And I just want that for other people who are going through the same thing, I guess. So live for you, and do what makes you happy. Just take it one step at a time. I feel like we're all going to be fine in the end. And I don't know if this whole entire thing has been incredibly cheesy and corny and just stupid. But I really do mean everything I said. So just take it one step at a time. Everything's gonna be fine.